All right. Well, I'm back. That's right. I am back, ready for action. I went on a 2-week vacation and I unplugged. I mean, I still used Gab a little bit and tweeted a little bit, but my day job, I did not. I just completely unplugged. I did not upload any videos, and it was great. Thank you very much for all of you who expressed concern. I am fine, and my YouTube channel is fine, and we're all fine here now. In any case, I wanted to jump right into it. So a short video today. I tried to record a longer one, but I don't know. I can't get my head right. I'm not back in the swing of things yet, but I just wanted to do a short one in replacement. But before I do, 2 new fish for me. I caught like 20 fish this morning. All of them were pretty small, but I was just slaying them. But these are 2 new species. This is a red breast sunfish here on the left. Never caught one before. The breast isn't quite that reddish, although a little bit of a tinge there, but it is, in fact, a red breast sunfish. And then this one is a smallmouth bass. I never caught one before. Very exciting indeed. The Ocelot River is just producing like crazy. So good stuff. I hope to get out there again later this week. But I wanted to just do a quick video about polarization, this idea of polarization. Because you see a lot of like Big Eva types and all these respectable, public theologian types. They worry so much about how polarized everything has become and this and that, and Christians shouldn't engage in this kind of polarization. We should be trying to be these middle-of-the-road kind of things. And it's like, why is polarization bad? And from a Christian perspective, right? Considering the context that we live in, like obviously a Christian shouldn't be just out there causing trouble and throwing bombs just for the sake of it, right? Metaphorical bombs, don't get it twisted. Don't get all crazy on me. Metaphorical bombs. In any case. But yeah, just for the sake of it, right? Like, we shouldn't just be agents of chaos for the sake of it. But at the end of the day, like evil is on the march like crazy in our country. And it's not like this is anything new. I mean, there's been a lot of evil for a long time. But in the United States, evil is being promoted, and people are prideful of it. They have marches celebrating it. They just love evil so much, and it's in your face, and companies are... Evil has gone so mainstream, it's just ridiculous. And I'm not talking like complicated issues. Like let me give you an example, right? Like, a lot of times Big Eva people will try to make you seem petty by saying, oh, you're just being political. And the way they make it seem, it's like, okay, so Democrats believe that the tax rate should be 12%, and you believe that it should be 10%, and you're dividing over that. You're being too political. And it's like, don't get it twisted. That taxes are evil as well. Like property taxes and inheritance taxes. These are things that in a Christian, government would not exist. And so it's evil too, but that's not what we're talking about. Even that would be more complicated and nuanced than the things that we're talking about. See, we're not talking about inconsequential votes like, should we put in a pool in town square or not? That's how they make it seem. But what we're talking, and if you're polarizing over something like that and dividing up the church over something like that, yeah, maybe you got a problem. But here's the thing, like, these are simple things. These are basic things. Like, should it be legal to kill babies? Should we encourage our children to get sex change operations as if there was such a thing? Should we teach our children perversion? Should we, promote all kinds of evil that it's just beyond the pale? I mean, God destroys nations for the kind of evil that is celebrated publicly and proudly in our country. And it's like, we're being browbeat for polarization over should it be allowed. There's no middle ground when it comes to should you be able to kill babies with impunity or not. We've got Big Eva people out here saying, calm down, everybody. We need to find middle ground. It's like, no, we should be very polarized on that. Why is polarization a bad thing when the topic is should we kill babies? Right? Should we or should we not be allowed to kill babies? And Tim Keller's over here like, well, we don't really know. The Bible doesn't say the best way to handle this. And it's like, Tim Keller's a liar. He's lied to you. Tim Keller is a liar and a wolf in sheep's clothing, in my opinion. Any Christian pastor who says, well, the Bible's unclear about what to do with murderers, that person is a false teacher and a wolf in sheep clothing. He wants to bring evil into the church. And that's just something we should not stand for. We should be very polarized on that issue. It's like, no, we absolutely should outlaw anyone who thinks it's okay to kill a baby is on the wrong side of that issue, and we should be on the opposite pole of them. And so anyone who does kill a baby or hires someone to kill a baby should be tried and punished as a murderer and a murder for hire. I mean, this is very simple, and people want to overcomplicate. We're going to find a middle ground. It's not pro-life to execute murderers. And it's like, well, yes, it is, because God says so. God says so. God says love your neighbor, and one of the ways we love our neighbor is we execute people who engage in murder or murder for hire. That's one of the ways we love our neighbor. And see, Tim Keller won't tell you that, though. And Big Eva people won't tell you. We want to find a me. Stop being so polarized. And no, the answer is no. When the topic is, should we teach children, school children, how to be perverts, right? Should we encourage them to be transgenders? Like if that's the topic, we should be polarized on that. Anyone who's telling you to find a middle ground, anyone who's doing that to you does not have your best interests in mind. Polarization in our context is 100% a good thing. Now, is it going to be easy? Is it going to lead to peace and prosperity and all that kind of stuff? Maybe not. But the thing is, we can't just go with the flow in order to promote peace and prosperity. We can't just go along with the crowd to do evil in order to keep things at peace, because that's a false peace. It might be a peace with evildoers, but it's war against God, and that's something that we have to reject and be completely polarized from unbelievers, because unbelievers have this mission. They have this project that they're engaging in, and they're at war with Christ. They're at war with Christ. They don't want to be under Christ's rule. They hate him. They hate him. They hate his anointed. And so you better believe we better be polarized on that issue, because we're for Christ's rule. We love Christ. But a lot of these Big Eva pastors really aren't for Christ's rule. Maybe theoretically they are, but when it comes to actually getting down to brass tacks and handling justice the way Christ would handle justice, they're really not interested in that. Even Al Mohler. Al Mohler's like, well, we got to stop this law because they're going to punish women who kill their babies as murderers. We got to stop that. It's not pro-life. And it's like, so whose side are you on, Al? Whose side are you on? Because it certainly seems like you're going with the many to do evil in order to, I don't know, maintain some kind of peace amongst in your church, in your school, in your church, for you personally. Like, look, being polarized might not be the best thing for me long term, money wise, and being able to have a job, and being in different institutions and stuff like that. But so be it. So be it, because I'm not going to go along with the crowd to do evil just to have peace with that crowd, when that crowd is at war with Christ. I don't want to have problems with anybody, right? But I'm not going to go with the flow when you're trying to kill babies, when you're trying to make it be legal to kill babies, when you're trying to pervert children. I'm not going to go with that crowd, okay? And so, I'm not going to go out and cause, chaos for the sake of it. But there's just no way I'm going to go along with that. And when we have opportunities to ban and outlaw this vile wickedness that's in our midst, we should absolutely take that opportunity. Look, guys, times are hard, and I think God is judging our nation. I think that economic calamity is on the menu for us. I think that there's potentially more pestilence on the way, weather issues. I mean, those are the things that the Bible promises will happen to nations who reject him. So I think times are going to be tough, but I was talking to my pastor yesterday. There's never been, in my opinion, a better time to be on the Lord's side, because faithfulness right now is so basic. Like, we're not talking about nuanced Trinitarian positions right now. Like, that's not the issue of the day. The issue of the day are simple things like what's the definition of a man? What's the definition of a woman? Should we be promoting sexual perversion? Should we be allowing people to kill innocent babies just for the fun of it, just for the sake of it, just because they want to, just because they're scared, they don't have enough money, they want things to go well with them, they're going to kill their children? Should we allow that? Faithfulness right now is so basic. It's so basic. And so anyway, polarization, I don't think that Anyone who's calling you to not be polarized right now, oh, polarization is a big problem here. Like anyone who's talking along those lines, I just don't think has your best interest in mind. Unless they're making some kind of nuanced case, or I'm going to allow for some of that. But a lot of these guys out there that are basically, they want you to go with the flow of wickedness, to be at peace with those who are at war with Christ. We are not at peace with those who are at war with our Master, our Savior, our Lord, our King, our God. We are not at peace with those who are at war with Christ. I don't care what anyone tells you. We aren't. We're at war with them. Doesn't mean you go out there and guns blazing, metaphorically. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you cannot go along with the many to do evil when the evil people are at war with Christ and his created order and what he's created, and all that. They hate all that stuff, and they hate us, of course. And so we're going to be on the opposite end of that spectrum every single time. We should embrace it. We should love it. We should love serving Christ in our time. In any case, I hope you found this video helpful. I'm back. God bless.